Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le Président, pour la parole. As you said, my presentation will summarize the uptake of the wide sub-regional consultations which were organized by the SROs, the sub-regional offices of ECA, on the theme of the conference of the minister of this year. As ECA wanted this theme to be owned by the sub-region and then have discussion before underlining main recommendations which were related to harnessing opportunities arising from the special drawing rights, but also mobilizing climate financing and making good use of the old money. After that, I will make a conclusion about the way forward. The objectives of our consultations, which took place in East, Central, West, and North and Southern Africa, was actually to popularize and socialize the theme of the Conference of Ministers and make sure issues which will be discussed in Dakar are familiarized with the different stakeholders at local level. Secondly, ECA wanted to understand the issues and the financing landscape at sub-regional level while identifying key measures which would help each sub-region and the region as a whole to mobilize innovative finance and bringing on board the private sector and other stakeholders which will help finance SDGs and also the recovery of the continent. And lastly, the objective was also to enable different participants to discuss and prepare themselves as an input to the dialogue which will take place here. Our policy dialogues were multi-stakeholders events where not only the private sector participated, meetings and also in situ meetings which allowed us to have hundreds of participants owning the process and giving us their views on the sub-regional insight about this theme. From the discussion we had with different stakeholders, the presentations and other debates end up concluding on the financing landscape facing many challenges at sub-regional level. These challenges include a huge SDG financing gap. Actually, the needs were at 200 billion before the pandemic per year if Africa is to finance its SDGs. But with the pandemic, 150 billions, additional 150 billions are required if Africa is to finance its Agenda 2030. There is also a rising of the debt crisis. To identify innovative ways to deploy part of this special drawing rights to tackle issues related to adaptation and mitigation of climate change. While most of our countries and sub-region are now investing more in a circular economy, we need to find a way of harnessing this and channeling financing to that sector. In order to expand our fiscal space, there is an urgent need to define forms of taxes on key processes which are having negative impact on climate change and environment in our countries.